Selena, and I'm talking today with Carrie Gill from Museum Woodstock. Welcome, Carrie.
Hi, Selena. How are you?
I'm good. So I was reading an interesting thing the other day that was talking about the museum and the fact that we're actually currently living in a historical time, and sometimes people forget about that. So you want to touch a little bit on that?
Sure. During this pandemic, we've had a campaign that we've been running to try to get people to look at their lives and how they've changed over COVID-19, impacting them with maybe working from home, schooling from home. There's a lot of changes that people have made to their lives. And because this is part of history and every day makes history, really, the Woodstock Museum, in partnership with the Oxford County Archives, we are collecting stories about how Woodstonians and people living in Oxford County, how they want to share those stories with us. So COVID stories being collected, and we're sharing them on our social media. So you can see them now on our Facebook page and our Twitter account and our Instagram account as well too. So the best place is Facebook to see all of the photos, and people can submit videos as well too. So these COVID stories can be emailed. We've got some great photos of people, how they're like playing differently outside with their kids, how people are giving themselves haircuts or other family members haircuts during the COVID times. And we have how people are feeling because, you know, emotions are running high, and how working from home has changed their life, or how healthcare workers are being affected, of course, by this COVID stories as well too. So people can email museum@cityofwoodstock.ca. We take video, we take audio, we take anything. So there's been students working on podcasts too. It's really, really interesting. So you can check that stuff out, what's coming up, and maybe it will end up being an exhibit later. But right now you can see it all on social media, little stories each week.
And I think it's a really great idea that you could actually use this time and use your experiences. You know, maybe parents, it's a great idea for idea for kids. I'm hearing about kids doing like virtual field trips and things, which there's just so many amazing stories coming out of this time. I know that at the beginning people were frustrated, they were bored, and they felt trapped. Now we're not. We've realized that it's different, yeah, but it's fun. You can make it fun. You can find lots of things to do, and there's lots of different ways to experience the world right now.
Yeah, we're missing field trips because now at the end of the school year that things are kind of wrapping up for the e-learning, we usually have a lot of field trips for end of school field trips with students and teachers. So we're missing that too, since the museum's currently closed to the public at this time still. We're looking forward to when we can open up and how we can do that safely. But what we've done is we've created some digital content and virtual resources for teachers and parents online that anyone can look at. It's all free right now. Our two most popular programs, the Simple Machines programs that are based for grade 2s and grade 4s. We have activity sheets, we've got a video, we've got some slideshows. So it's really a whole unit of things that teachers can use and send to their students. And if parents are already learning about Simple Machines with their kids, it's a really great resource to have some local content, and also they can do some things at home, right? So we've got the Simple Machines one that's perfect, and we've also got our Mayor for a Day program, where normally students come to the museum, we look at the historic council chambers and the old City Hall, which is now the museum, as well as visit City Hall and get to sometimes meet the mayor or any of the councilors and have a debate in the council chambers. But we don't have to do that in person now, which is unfortunate, but we've got a slideshow, we've got a video of the mayor talking in the historic council chambers, which is great, and some activity sheets, and it's very clickable. The slideshow brings you to all, like the city page. You can look at the YouTube where council meetings are happening online, and you can look at lots of different local resources and municipal government resources. So that's great for grade 5s and grade 10s as well.
Some really great resources available there. Now, are there any virtual tours available on the museum website or anything like that?
Yeah, we have virtual exhibits as well too. So we've got 4 up right now. One of them is brand new and has been adapted from exhibits that we've had in the past. Most of them are amazing. Both grade 7, 8, and high school, as well as adults, will really appreciate these virtual tours and online exhibits. Made in Woodstock was just posted recently, and that one's all about our industrial past, so local businesses and industry. That one's really great. Lots of great photos involved with that exhibit. History of agriculture in Oxford. History of Woodstock Fire Department, and Soldiers to Civilians about Oxford's people involved with World War I. So that one's got a great grade 8 curriculum link, but adults will appreciate a lot of those online exhibits as well.
Now, I know there's been some announcements made about camps and things for the summer. Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah, the city of Woodstock has opted not to have in-person summer camps right now. So we're kind of, hoping that maybe later summer will look a little bit different, but right now it looks like everything is canceled for in-person camp. We worked previously on reducing our camp size and figuring out how many people will fit in the museum safely, but everything is being canceled, and you will be getting an email if you have children registered for summer camp currently. You will get an email that tells you that you need to that we've given you a credit on your account. You can keep the credit there if you want to use it for future programs, but then if you do want a refund, you do need to send an email, and then the refund process will happen after that. Now, the cultural department is looking at doing some type of online version of a camp program. So this might be something that we can offer, but check our website, woodstockmuseum.ca, for all of our resources and to see if we are able to offer either an online camp program for kids or maybe adult programs online too, which is something that we've been looking into.
That's great. So just to recap, people need to film their experiences. They need to send you podcasts. They can send you whatever digital or physical format they've got. Where do they send those to?
So everything can be sent to museum, so MUSEUM, museum at cityofwoodstock.ca.
Awesome. That's great. And hopefully people will send you some of their stuff, because there's some really great stories out there. I know I talked to a bunch of teens last week, and they've been incredibly creative. So send in your stories, people.
Yeah, we've been getting lots of great stories, Selena. So yeah, the more the merrier, because once this history is finished and things are changing, that we have very little from the Spanish flu, for example, in history, because Woodstock, it was happening. You can find little news clips of it on the newspaper, but very little local stories. So we wanted to actively seek out some of those stories, because that's how history gets preserved, if people make a point of recording it and keeping it together.
Well, you know what? The grandkids that will be coming will be wanting to know how we dealt with this time. So that's really great. Thank you so much for joining us, Kiri. And anybody that needs more information, just hop on the museum website. You can find out more.